about the one-way street with Xbox games only going to PlayStation and only going to like Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch 2, I think that is a very, very typical thing that we're starting to see. It'll happen more and more often as we go along. There's not really much that we can do with fans to kind of change that, unfortunately. And, you know, again, it's rare to see it happen the other way. It's impossible to see it happen the Nintendo to Xbox way or Nintendo to any other way. You know, it's just one of those things where I'm kind of looking at this and I'm just going, you know, it's unfortunate. You know, I would love to be able to play some of those other games on my preferred platform, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately. I would love it. You know what? Listen, like, I like competition, and I think competition could be maybe back on if that did happen, you know, but unfortunately it's probably not going to happen in the way that most of us expect or want. With that being said, I do want to talk a little bit about PlayStation exclusive that is headed to Xbox. You know, whoa, hold on to your hats. What's up? I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. You know, you guys are great. I do daily gaming content, so if you guys are looking for something to wet your whistle in the video game realm, look no further than this channel. I try to be fun yet informative, so keep that in mind. So here we go. Xbox is getting a popular PlayStation exclusive, and there's going to be a gameplay reveal coming soon. Zenless Zone Zero has now been confirmed for Xbox, and it's getting an Xbox Spotlight live stream later in the month of April. So it's going to show off the gameplay and give other critical information as well. The rumors of Zenless Zone Zero coming to Xbox have just come true, as HoYoverse has recently confirmed that it will be joining Genshin Impact on Xbox consoles, marking the end of its PlayStation exclusivity for home consoles. In addition to that, HoYoverse has announced a special Xbox Spotlight live stream event, which will show off gameplay footage of Zenless Zone Zero's Xbox port, along with new updates for the game in general. It's going to air on April the 11th, and let's see, it looks like it's going to be 10 Pacific, so yeah, very interesting. I'm going to link this so you can check that out as well. For those of you unaware, if you are like, hey, crap, what is that game? I've never even heard of it. Well, if you're unaware, Zenless Zone Zero is a free-to-play action RPG brawler, originally exclusive to PlayStation 5 console exclusive. This game is set in an urban fantasy setting called New Eridu, and it's been destroyed by day-to-day supernatural anomalies called Hollows, which spawn bloodthirsty, insane monsters called Ethereals. Sounds very interesting. One of the few people that the combat, you know, it's whatever, but I think, you know, a lot of people are saying, hey, it's a pretty good game or whatever. It's not like amazing or anything like that. It's one of HoYoverse's most popular games behind Genshin Impact. According to this, Zenless Zone Zero has accumulated over $200 million in revenue and 20 million downloads since its release July 4th, 2024. So again, this upcoming Xbox title managed to achieve these epic milestones is easy to understand. Fans fell in love with the game for its large cast of charming and cool characters. It's got a very nice anime art style, very high production values as well. It's over-the-top, action-packed, in-depth combat system. With Zenless Zone Zero heading to Xbox console, there's no doubt that its massive sales and download figures will go up at least 10, 15, 20 more. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's pretty cool to see that happening. We know that, you know, some of these games, a lot of like the third-party stuff, I think we're just going to see more of it end up coming to Xbox as well in the future for some of this kind of stuff. And I think a lot of it has to do with obviously Microsoft being Microsoft. You know, if Microsoft were a lesser third party, you would probably see, you know, more games skip the platform. Let's just be real. I don't think Xbox makes a lot of sense for certain games, and obviously this is one of the games where the developers felt like, hey, we'll put it on there. Clearly Xbox not the focal point, and that's why, you know, the game didn't come out for, you know, over a year later or whatever the case may be. But, you know, again, still nice to see stuff come to Xbox that maybe otherwise wouldn't have ever made it to the platform to begin with. And, you know, again, it's just nice to see that, you know, we're still being thought of as a viable platform in some of these ways, you know what I mean? So that's what I kind of hope to continue to see as we go forward. And that wasn't the only bit of good news. A lot of people were wondering about this, and yeah, it's true, it's still coming to Xbox. Bungie's Marathon is still coming to Xbox with the full gameplay reveal dated for this week as well. It's been a while since we heard about Bungie's new Marathon extraction shooter. Suddenly, it's now reappeared with a new teaser trailer revealing that a full gameplay reveal showcase will be taking place on Saturday, April 12th. You'll be able to watch the full thing on Twitch, and then obviously there's going to be lots of recapping in different places. As a reminder, here's what Bungie says, and I quote, "Marathon is a team-based extraction shooter and the first completely new project from Bungie, the creators of Halo and Destiny, in more than a decade. Set on the mysterious planet of Tau Ceti 4, Marathon will see players inhabit the bodies of runners, cybernetic mercenaries who have been designed to survive the planet's harsh environments. While exploring the lost colony that once inhabited the surface, players will search for valuable loot, including new weapons and gear." Bungie is obviously a PlayStation-owned studio these days, so there's been some debate about whether Marathon will launch on Xbox, but it's once again been mentioned as an Xbox Series X game this past week. All that's left is to see what Bungie has in store for us. So yeah, interesting stuff there as well. So again, I'll kind of point this out. This wasn't unexpected, because one of the reasons why Bungie was allowing themselves to be bought in the first place was because they wanted to have a situation where they could put games out on, you know, every platform they wanted. And believe it or not, this was a reason why Microsoft passed on buying them, because apparently Microsoft at that particular time wanted exclusive games from them. They wanted like a Destiny game to be exclusive and things like that. So yeah, kind of a weird change of course there, right? Like Microsoft passed on buying them at a cheaper price actually than what Sony ended up getting them for. And again, the reason being, hey, Microsoft wanted exclusives. I mean, hey, they know what sells consoles and what sells people on your platform, what sells people on your service, and that is exclusive content. No matter what anybody says, that's the real deal. You know, that's what people look to kind of play these kind of exclusive games and things like that. So, you know, again, I think it's going to be a very interesting thing to see how this comes along. I know Bungie has kind of had this weird situation with, you know, Sony and like bad leadership, and, you know, again, that's all super unfortunate, but at the same time, I'm kind of looking at this and I'm saying, hey, you know what, like Bungie's Bungie, you know, the name still carries some weight, and we'll just have to wait and see if that's something that, you know, people are willing to kind of shell out money for. Like, extraction shooters aren't my thing. I actually think that's more of a PC gaming thing, but we'll have to see if that's something in general that, you know, people are, you know, excited for anymore these days. You know, like I said, I don't really know, so we'll have to wait and see. Maybe it's going to be amazing, you know. We'll have to wait and see. Like I said, it doesn't spark my interest per se just yet, but you know, it does say that, hey, there's going to be some interesting stuff coming up. There's going to be some cool things to kind of look at, or whatever the case may be. And, you know, we'll see. Like I said, Microsoft is in a very interesting, precarious situation right now, and, you know, anything can happen. So Bungie, you know, putting out a new game, again, first time in, you know, a decade. Crazy. I remember being crazy hyped for you know, crazy hype for Destiny when it launched, and then just never going back to it. Like, I quit that game before the raids even come out. So yeah, that goes to show you how far I didn't like that game. You know what I mean? Like, especially coming from the guys who did Halo, I couldn't have been more disappointed. Now, I know a lot of people absolutely loved Destiny, but man, what a bad game, in my opinion. So, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Please like, share, subscribe. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up.